Peter, you put your hand down, but I'm afraid it's your bit next. I was looking, it's got a helpful timetable down the side of this agenda, and it says you've got 10 minutes, and then it follows by the chair's report, and I haven't got any time at all. So over to you.
I think I'm supposed to be starting at 10:20 as well, so that 10 minutes has already been encroached upon. So I shall brevity will be the word of the day on this. So just three things I'd like to mention, if that's okay. So obviously the stark reality of COVID-19 very much upon North Staffordshire, and particularly Stoke-on-Trent, the prevalence within the community is very significant at the moment, and that's been emulated and impacting on all local providers, UHNM obviously, but also ourselves. So the sort of the historical impact, and I say historical, I suppose that's a bit of an exaggeration, but the impact of COVID over the last 6 months on combined has been a little more stealthy, I suppose, in some regards, in that a quieter level of impact, albeit significant, whereas right here, right now, the impact is more severe than we've ever seen, particularly on our wards. So we are on a daily basis ensuring that we operate in a safe and effective way, particularly across those acute wards on our Harpland site. So we are managing the situation effectively. At the same time, we do have a high level of prevalence in the community, in the hospital itself, and staff absence is unfortunately also being impacted, as you would imagine, by that community prevalence. So it is pressurised. I don't think I'm telling anybody anything new, but it is pressurised. But I am assured, with all that work that we're doing, whether it be work within the hospital, work within our community services to prevent admission where we can in an appropriate way, and of course the health and wellbeing support that we're providing to our staff day in, day out, to make sure that we collectively get through this in an effective manner. Lockdown, of course, came back to us last week, and I provided a brief video note to staff to reassure really that we were doing what we need to do to manage the situation. But Jonathan also helpfully provided one of his regular COVID bulletins to all staff, which provided detail. I mean, that's the route that we use to ensure that the right detail is provided at the right level to the right people. And so, as I say, that was a really helpful injection of advice, guidance and reassurance later on during last week. So I am confident that we are managing effectively, but the pressure is absolutely on us right now. Two other brief points. So firstly, you will see within the document, and as Chris mentioned at the beginning, I'm delighted to say that our strategy launch is upon us. So we will, in a week's time, on the 19th of November at 4:30, be doing the official launch to all of our stakeholders and staff internally of our refreshed strategy, which is in itself fantastic, that moment in time, but it will be supported by a lot of detail in stakeholder engagement terms, both internally and externally, over the weeks that follow. So I'm really excited by the prospect of being able to communicate what our strategy means to each and every one of those stakeholders over coming days and weeks. And the last thing I'd like to touch on is the staff survey, which is mentioned in my report. We have a little bit of time, but not a lot of time left, to ensure that as many people as possible within the organisation complete the staff survey. I completely understand that under current circumstances, it is hard to find time to do something like complete a survey, but the staff surveys, I would argue, the most important gathering of information in the calendar year for combined, to both present and describe all of the good stuff, of course, that we're doing out there, but of course also ensure that we can understand and improve those areas that do require improvement. So please, it's a plea, as it's the public board meeting, it's a plea to all of our staff to ensure that if you haven't yet, please do complete that staff survey if you've been requested to. I think I shall leave it there. Given the time, David, I shall leave it there, but open it up to questions or comments if that's okay.
Brilliant, succinct.